every hole out here is a picture postcard.
In the shadows of towering sentinels are locked the story of a place and a time that came together to make history.
Back in those years, Wellshire was thought of as one of the fine public courses in the United States.
Land that a legendary architect crafted back in 1926.
Any Donald Ross course has a certain aura to it.
33 years later, in 1959, Wellshire would claim its own place in history when it hosted the USGA's National Public Links Championship.
It's been a long time ago.
A different time, a time when America and the golf world saw things in black and white.
They weren't thrilled about me doing anything.
Bill Wright was 23 years old and a very talented golfer who simply wanted to prove it at Wellshire. It wouldn't be easy. The Golf Association in his hometown of Seattle did everything they could to stop him.
They didn't want to get on the same plane with me.
It took a ruling by Washington's governor to clear the way. Bill Wright would get his chance.
I remember walking along and watching him play.
Dan Hogan is with the Colorado Golf Hall of Fame and remembers America in 1959.
Lots of unrest. Troubled times.
Unrest and trouble that for 1 week in Denver gave pause.
The galleries took to him and he was treated well by the people and became a big favorite by the time he'd won a couple of matches.
Maybe they sensed a change, or maybe they simply sensed they were watching history.
I can't explain it. It was wonderful. It was a good feeling.
And during one of Bill Wright's matches, he showed the golf world he had more than a game.
They were making noise while the other guy was putting.
So he stepped in and spoke up.
Thank you for pulling for me. At the same time, I want to beat him. I don't want you to beat him.
Bill Wright went on to win that match.
I remember almost everything that happened.
Then came the final match. It was down to this.
I was putting well.
Here, on the 16th hole at Wellshire,
I beat him 3-2.
The game of golf was forever changed.
Well, we were all happy. There's no question about that.
He made a real breakthrough. He meant a lot to amateur golf.
Now, 51 years later,
I still had that competitive spirit.
the man who caught history in Denver
I still like to play golf.
still chases the golf ball at a course in Los Angeles.
There's been some big changes.
He's now a member of the PGA, an organization he couldn't join after winning in 1959. They still had a Caucasian-only rule until 1961. The game and the country began to change.
Well, I think he had a lot to do with that, perhaps.
History remembers Bill Wright as the first African-American to ever win a USGA championship. But as he told a sports writer the day he won, for him, it was never about that.
And I told him this is not about anything but golf.
Years later, the memories of Wellshire are unchanged.
I remember number 18.
479 yards and 51 years that came together to make history.
It was very important in my life.
In Denver.
I'm happy that it happened in Denver.
This is Dave Delosier, 9 News.